Hey guys, and welcome back to some more PvP battles here in Pokemon Go. I'm going to be battling against my boy Kev in the Ultra League today. So I hope you guys enjoy the content. And today I wanted to try out Giratina O and also have a team using the Ultra Form Giratina so you guys can see what it's capable of doing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'm going to be narrating these battles this time around instead of adding music. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to lead with Giratina O here. He's going to have Charizard. I have Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball on Giratina. I like Shadow Claw because it does give you so much energy for your charge move here. So here he switches out into his own Giratina, the Ultra Form, so it's going to have a battle of Ultra Form versus Origin Form. And here I go for the Shadow Ball, and as expected, he does go for the Shield, which is pretty smart. Here I actually attempted to switch out here, but unfortunately, he was able to get off a hit here with the Shadow Sneak with his Giratina to mine. So unfortunately, I had to burn a Shield there, but to preserve the HP. And now I switch out into my Milotic here, and he ends up going for another Shadow Sneak. I don't shield this time because I felt like I could be able to take a hit, because Milotic is actually pretty defensive. So I think it's pretty good, honestly. So that's what I like about it a lot. Now here I go for the Surf, and he doesn't shield here, which is expected because Giratina Ultra Form is such a beast. It can definitely take hits really well. So yeah. Again, don't opt the shield. Now my plan was trying to see if I can bait him to use the shield by the time I get over to the Blizzard. I was trying to build up enough energy to the point where it's like I can go for a Blizzard and I can go for a Surf and then have enough energy to pull off another Blizzard before he gets to that point and taking me out. But then I realized I should have just kept going for Surf, because Surf was still doing a considerable amount of damage. Even though it's not very effective, it was still doing a reasonable amount of damage. So I decided to go for the Surf there. And then I was able to get off a few more water forms before I go down there, so it's all good. Now I was able to get off one more Surf as he actually goes out to his Latias. So I was able to get off for Surf, and I actually do end up baiting the shield there. I think he was anticipating the Blizzard that time. So that was a good shield, because I'm pretty sure he was definitely anticipating the Blizzard there. But now at this point he doesn't have any more shields, and unfortunately for him he does have Zen Headbutt on his Latias. So I'm gonna be able to get off a Shadow Ball before he even gets off a move here. I'm pretty sure he had possibly Outrage in this too. Now his last Pokemon is Charizard, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight for the. I actually do shield here because I was anticipating the Dragon Claw, and you see he actually does in fact go for the Dragon Claw that time around. So what this is gonna allow me to do is I'm gonna be able to get off another Shadow Ball, and I believe this Shadow Ball right here does end up taking out the Charizard from that range. So that was a pretty good battle. It actually does a lot of damage. So yeah. Origin Form Giratina is such a monster in PvP, though I think the Ultra Form is a little bit better than that. So we pick our first W there, so that was pretty good. Now we're gonna go into our second game. We're gonna be using a different team. I have Ultra Form Giratina, I have Machamp, and I have Cresselia. So Cresselia's gonna be making an appearance here, so I'm gonna be leading off with my Giratina, Helix with Mamoswine. That was a pretty bad matchup for me, because Ice is obviously super effective to my my Giratina. So here I actually attempt to switch out here, but I think we had a little bit of lag here. But I switch out to my Machamp, and I go for some counters here, and I actually went for the shield here because I was anticipating the Avalanche, but he actually baited me super hard. It goes for the Ancient Power, which is smart, because I was definitely anticipating the I was 100% anticipating the Avalanche, which is why I shielded that time. So I kind of regret going for the shield, but if I would have didn't shield it, it definitely would have done a number to me. So now he brings himself top. I believe he doesn't shield here because before we did this battle, he actually saw that I had Rock Slide before prior, but he didn't anticipate the fact that I had Dynamic Punch there. So pretty unfortunate on his end there. So Machamp, which is pretty much in this battle putting in all the works, honestly. So here I go for the Dynamic Punch, and he's gonna 100% shield this. So it was pretty unfortunate he didn't shield that last Dynamic Punch, but he did tell me he was anticipating the Rock Slide, which is why he didn't shield last time. So yeah. So that's pretty much the idea. So he takes me out, he goes for the Power Punch, takes me out. I figured I'd let him go down because I wanted to bring out Cresselia to see what Cresselia could do here. And I actually opted to shield here because I was anticipating the Shadow Ball, but he actually goes for another Power Punch, and it turns out he actually didn't have the well, I wasn't sure if he actually had it or not, but here I'm gonna go for the Aurora Beam. I probably should have Moonblast on this Cresselia instead of Aurora Beam, but I have Aurora Beam to hit Dragonite a little bit harder. Like if I ever see a Dragonite or Rayquaza in the Ultra League, it'll hit those a lot harder. But I think Moonblast overall might be a little bit better overall. But at this point, it's just gonna get to the point where it's like Cresselia is gonna go ahead and take it out. Now Cresselia is extremely tanky. I like it a lot because it definitely handles itself really well, and I like it a lot in PvP purposes as well. So I personally think it's a really good Pokemon, and I feel like I'm not sure if it's really worth getting a secondary move honestly on it, but I still think I still think it's pretty good here. So now here we're gonna go into the next game. I actually forgot to edit this part out, but I do apologize. But we go into the next game, and I'm gonna bring the Origin Form team again. But I actually switched out my Charizard in favor of the Melmetal. Melmetal has Thunder Shock and Rock Slide. I'm still kind of debating on whether I'm gonna go for that secondary move here. So he's gonna lead with his Crobat. I have Giratina here. I like Giratina as a lead here because I think it's pretty cool. Now I switch out to my Melmetal because I figure Melmetal is definitely gonna have a much better matchup here against Crobat, and I could just straight up save my Giratina for later on. So I go for the Rock Slide, and I actually do Beta Shield there, which is actually pretty good for me because Melmetal does have Rock Slide to counteract to oppose fire types, and it also does well against Crobat as well here. Now I get to go for the Rock Slide again. Thundershock is really good because it does get a lot of energy here. Now here I kind of make a mistake. I was anticipating possibly the Cross Poison or the I forgot the other move. I believe it was Air Cutter, but it actually had the Shadow Ball, and I actually did a lot of numbers. I definitely should have shielded that because honestly I was definitely hard reading the possibly I mean not Cross Poison, sorry, Sludge Bomb, sorry. But he actually had the Shadow Ball there, which ended up messing me up a little bit there, so that was kind of unfortunate. But I bring it to my Milotic as he brings in Rampardos, and then he switches out his Rampardos into Mewtwo, and I actually go for the Surf on the Mewtwo. I believe he shields here. So let me see. No, he doesn't. He actually doesn't shield. He doesn't shield that hit actually, which I kind of was surprised he didn't opt to shield there. I guess he didn't have the ideal move against my Milotic. But at this point, Milotic is just gonna straight up take out Rampardos here with a Surf. I think he shields here just to get the battle in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he shielded there because otherwise that Surf would have took him out. And here I just decided to shield because why not? And because at this point, I pretty much have won the battle at this point. So I still have one shield left. He had no shields left. And Waterfall is just going to straight out take out Rampardos. Rampardos is pretty good, but I think Bastion is a lot better in the Ultra League for sure. Now this is going to be the last match I believe that we had. So I'm going to be using the Ultra team again. I'm just going to be using this team here because I like this team a lot because with Ultra Form Giratina is just a great lead overall in general, and then having the Machamp to counteract those, just in general Machamp is just as a strong Pokemon, just as a strong usability there. And I actually do have one with Rock Slide as for good coverage, and actually does really well honestly. With Counter as the fast move, it does extremely well. And I kind of like it a lot more. I like it a lot. Ever since it got that Rock Slide, it was able to it got itself an option to really, you know, hit up those flying types a little bit more. That will definitely give it some problems, and I think it's pretty good. Giratina is just there just to sit as a lead, and I think it definitely just has so much potential honestly. And I do apologize I didn't get to cut that part out, but it's all good. But here we go. We're starting the last battle of this series here. We're going to be battling against. He's going to be starting with his Electivire. I'm leading up with my Giratina here, Ultra Form. I'm going to go straight for the Dragon Claw here, and I believe he does go for the shield here because Dragon Claw is constant, so it definitely comes out. And actually, he does not shield. Never mind. So here he actually opts to switch out into his Weavile. I actually go for the Dragon Claw here to see if I can beta shield. And it turns out he does not use the shield here. So here I'm gonna switch right into my Machamp. Since he switched out, this gives me the switch advantage here. So I believe here I opted the shield in case it was Avalanche, but it actually turned out to be foul play. Because again, I was anticipating the Avalanche because Avalanche would definitely have done a lot to my Machamp, which is why I didn't want to take the risk there. So I just went for the shield, for a safe shield, just in case. Oh, long run though, I feel like I definitely didn't need to, so I didn't really need to do it, so it's all good. Now here I probably should have shielded because Wild Charge definitely did a number to me, but I knew I was going to be able to live and get off another hit. And here I actually opt to go for the Dynamic Punch, and I believe here he does shield, or rather he doesn't shield. Yeah, he does shield because he knows from that range he could be able to take out my Machamp. But actually, I was able to slightly out damage him and live with just a little bit just to be able to get off that last hit. So His last Pokemon is Gallade. I'm actually gonna opt to switch into. I was debating on whether or not I should go to Giratina or Cresselia. I opted to go to Cresselia because I wanted you guys to see. I wanted you guys to see just how well Cresselia could take hits. And here I actually don't shield because I want you guys to see how well Cresselia does in Ultra League. It's really good. I like it a lot. It's pretty tanky. So here I'm going to go for the Aurora Beam just to get up a hit. And this is why I think I wanted to go for Moonblast, but at the time I did this battle, I didn't have any charge TMs until just today. I actually got more charge TMs, so in the future I would much prefer Moonblast because it would be able to hit more stuff more super effectively. So I only have the Aurora Beam because at the time I didn't have the TMs to be able to TM it. So, but other than that, you know, I think Cresselia is just so good. Cycle Cut as the quick move to get your energy going a little bit more quicker than, you know, Confusion. I think Confusion, I might have to try with Confusion, but I think I like Cycle Cut a little bit more because the energy does come out a little bit more quicker. So yeah, so here I go for the Aurora Beam. I believe this does end up taking it out. So that was a great set of battles. So thank you, Kev, for the battles. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have some more battles in the future and I'll feature those. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you guys for hit that like button, subscribe if you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.